Hi everyone, I hope you're doing good today. Over here we're in a sort of partial lockdown, so it's not the best situation. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. Try to keep positive and focus on my own projects, my own well-being, and trust that things will get better. Okay, so today I thought I'd explain something really important, which keeps a lot of people stuck with TMS, chronic pain, and that is TMS doubt and conflicting thoughts or behaviors. Okay, so let's say that you're probably in this group because you have noticed that your symptoms might be mind-body related, right? So you might be accepting that, okay, that your pain doesn't make so much sense physically because of various reasons, because you've read certain books and information on TMS and it's starting to make sense to you. So I will start by assuming that you are like on this track, you're exploring this method, let's call it. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, I'm delighted that you've discovered this. But the thing is, and the thing I keep noticing in certain people who have read books and who are open to this, is that often there's a certain doubt or conflict that may be keeping them stuck. So let's say, okay, you're doing all the inner work, whatever, journaling, you believe in this 100%, but you are still apprehensive, for example, of certain movements. So, or you are still doing physical therapy because you think it will help your body, your pain in some way, right? So there is a conflict here, right? And the conflict is between your belief that this is a mind-body process, that it is conditioned in the body, okay? I'm assuming that you already know how TMS works. So that's your belief. You've got TMS and this is all a mind-body process, right? On the other hand, you are acting in a way that is in contradiction to this belief, right? So, you're doing physical therapy to strengthen your core, for example, because once upon a time, one of your physical therapists told you that if you strengthen your core, maybe your back will feel better, right? If you're still doing those exercises with a little thought in your mind that this will help your TMS pain, that is a bit in conflict with the approach. If you're trying different things for your pain, which contradict the belief that this is a mind-body process, that the TMS method will not work for you. And this could be even like changing diet because you believe it will help your pain levels. It could be doing yoga because you believe that it will, improve your physical body in a way which reduces pain. It's fine to do yoga because you want to strengthen your body and you want to make it to be more flexible and because you enjoy the practice. But it's not fine to do yoga because something inside of you still believes that it will help your TMS pain, right? And another issue with doubt is that despite all the evidence we gather that, okay, this process doesn't make sense structurally for all the various reasons you may have, because it might change location, your pain might change location, your pain might change in intensity during the day, all these patterns that indicate that this is just TMS and it's been going on for months and years, all of these things that, okay, you've probably arrived at. But then at the same time, you still remember that past diagnosis when you were diagnosed, for example, with a pinched nerve or a herniated disc, and that was blamed for your pain, even though since that time your pain has gone and come back, okay, and that herniated disc is still there, but your pain has varied so much in intensity. But for as long as you're still thinking that that might be a problem, the TMS method will not work for you. Now, I'm not telling you to disregard, if you want to treat your herniated back in another manner, go ahead, of course. If you want to take a steroid injection for your back, if you want to follow it up with your doctor, that's fine. I mean, we are all free here to choose whatever we think and believe that will work for us. Because it's believing that it will work for us that will really help us. But the thing is, if you're doing all of these things, if you're treating your pain physically through injections, through diet, yoga, physiotherapy, if you're doing all of these things, thinking that anything that you try can help, the TMS method will not work for you, because all of this is in contradiction with the belief that you should be having that all your pain is conditioned in the body, it's a mind-body process, and it can be reversed by changing your thoughts, your actions, the way you respond to the pain. So I think this is something really important to keep in mind, which I felt I had to explain, via video this time. And again, I mean, be aware of all your doubts, of course. Any of you who have read Sarno's book know that he says, like, one of his reminders is, think psychologically at all times. So you got pain, so how do you think psychologically? Like, oh, what does this mean to me? Or, oh, how am I reacting to this? Why has it intensified today? Why could it be? Why did it come up in the first place? Was I contributing through it? Through fear, worry, anxiety? So think psychologically at all times. And if you're really on board with this approach, it's fine if you're not. But if you really want to pursue this approach, be aware of all those thoughts and actions that come into conflict with it. Because you might as well stop reading, you might as well stop journaling, you might as well forget all that you know about TMS if you're still thinking and acting in this way. I hope this helps just a bit, and until next time, I wish you a really great day.